Two of the most talented and experienced Cork forwards, Donnacha O'Connor and Daniel Goulding, get starting positions in the Rebels' first 15. Colm O'Neill will wear number 23, but it was planned since midweek that he would be at top of the left. With Owen Cadigan and Aidan Walsh nursing hamstring injuries, Jamie O'Sullivan is at full-back, with Fintan Gould and Andrew O'Sullivan manning midfield. Dublin manager Jim Gavin makes three late changes to his selection. Nicky Devereux starts at wing-back, Declan O'Mahony is at centre field with Michael Dara McCauley, and Paul Flynn replaces Owen O'Gara at the edge of the square. Alan Brogan leads the attack with Jason Whelan, and Omagh, match winner from a week ago, Diarmuid Connolly, on the other wing. This is really the battle of the champions, 2012 against 2013. The Blues, the current holders, against the Reds. Dublin against Cork. Cork won the toss and surprisingly have opted to play against the breeze in this opening half. Last touch was off the boot of Jamie O'Sullivan. Sideline ball for Dublin. Paddy Andrews down for his Michael Dara McCauley. First shot at goals from a Dublin perspective is a successful one. Good play by Dublin.
Wonderful score by Paddy Andrews. You know, he played the quick 1-2 from the sideline ball and popped it over the bar. Great start for Dublin.
Damien Cahalane from county champions Castlehaven to another Haven man, Brian Hurley. He's good from this range. In fact, he's excellent. Great score.
Great score by Brian Hurley again. You know, he's taken his form from what he did last week against Kerry. He's going to need to be very well watched by Rory O'Carroll today, or he's going to cause a lot of trouble for Dublin.
Nice combination. Setting up Paul Kerrigan. He loves scoring goals. He lays it off to another man who scores goals for fun. It's Colm O'Neill. A sensational strike. Kerrigan and O'Neill are the dynamic duo from a Cork perspective, and they combine brilliantly here. Here comes another chance for Cork. Cluxton saves, the rebound comes out, and that is over the bar. Donnacha O'Connor, composed and in control. Spots Damien Cahalane free. He was already involved in a wonderful point by Brian Hurley. And again he finds his club and teammate. Hurley, jinx left, jinx right. This one is going to test out Stephen Cluxton. It hops and it rolls into the net. It's almost like an OG. Well, only a week ago, within a space of a minute and a half, Dublin had scored 2 goals against Tyrone above in Healy Park and Omagh. It's an amazing thing about sport. Within a week, it's the other way around. Here's Kevin McManaman. What can he do? He takes his point just about. It could have so easily been a goal here. Great ball inside from McManaman. Putting pressure on Cork here. Took his point. James Loughrey. Fires Patrick Kelly. Going forward. Good ball inside for Fintan Gould. He had options left and right, but he took his point. This is a wonderful start by the Rebels. They'll be celebrating already on the banks of the Lee. It's early days, but 2-3 to 2 points is impressive. Philly McMahon. Michael Dara McCauley. Under pressure. Delivers a ball down towards Paddy Andrews. James Loughrey gets there. Patrick Kelly, Donnacha O'Connor. Some new names, some old names, but it's a cocktail that's working for Cork as Mark Collins comes through and takes a shot, and it's another point for the Leesiders, playing such good football in the opening 13 minutes. Diarmuid Connolly into the centre towards Paddy Andrews. Kevin McManaman, the target of the long ball. Lovely little overlap. There's a chance here for Dublin. Is the finish as good as the approach work? It certainly is. Good play, full credit. At the end of it all, it was Paul Flynn. Damien Cahalane again. Donnacha O'Connor makes himself available. Game being slowed down from a Cork perspective. Nobody immediately available. And he goes long again. Oh, it's another great ball to Hurley. And it's blasted over the bar. His first option is to go for goal every single time. He had options available on this occasion if he wanted to pass it.
He was right to go for it, Marty. Great long ball in by Donnacha O'Connor, and it could have been a goal. The ball was overrun by Rory O'Carroll.
Here comes Cork again. Andrew O'Sullivan makes himself a bit of a threat to Dublin, lays it off to the man who can score, and that's Brian Hurley.
That's two in a row, Marty, for him. Now, really dominant there. But Cork's biggest issue that Cork need to do is get the ball to the likes of Donnacha O'Connor or possibly Daniel Goulding, who's out around that centre forward, to be a playmaker. Anytime they don't do that, Dublin are turning them over and then getting on the attack.
Jim Connolly, and he slips this one between the posts for his first point of the game. But Dublin finding it difficult to get their rhythm.
They were very slow, Marty, in a lot of their build-up play. Cork are getting back in numbers and forcing them into go backwards, but with O'Gara's now inclusion, it'll give them a little bit more of a direction in the forward line.
Here's James Loughrey going forward, laying it off as Donnacha O'Connor. Loughrey has gone for the return. O'Connor looks at the target. He's confident enough to have a lash and scores his first point in this Allianz League football semi-final. You can see why the Cork manager has decided to play Donnacha O'Connor in this match. Nicky Devereux is available for Stephen Cluxton's kick-out. The running again of Philly McMahon is impressive. Paddy Andrews. McMahon has gone for the return pass. Eventually he gets it. McMahon looked around at options. Owen O'Gara is the target if he can get away from the shackles of Jamie O'Sullivan. Owen O'Gara turns inside, and that's his second point. And quite clearly, Owen O'Gara's arrival has added to Cork's headaches in that full back line, as Jamie O'Sullivan's finding it difficult to hold and contain O'Gara.
O'Gara extremely strong there, winning that ball that was kicked into him, taking on Jamie O'Sullivan, and popping a very good score. It keeps Dublin in the game. They're just ticking over. The game itself hasn't really opened up at all, Marty, but it keeps Dublin thereabout.
Brian Hurley having to work very hard, but he is certainly posing problems for Rory O'Carroll. Still Hurley steps inside. This is great work by Hurley. What can he do? That's a fantastic solo effort by Brian Hurley. It's his fifth point of the game, and a huge psychological boost, as no doubt the half-time whistle is about to be blown.
Yeah, great score again by Hurley. He's given Rory O'Carroll a torrid time inside there. That's his fifth point, as you said, Marty, but it gives Cork a chance now, after not scoring for the last 7 or 8 minutes, to lead going into the second half.
Half-time score in Croke Park in this Allianz League semi-final. Cork 2-9, Dublin 7 points. All to play for. The second half is underway, and of course when Cork and Dublin met in the league during the winter months, Cork won, and right now you'd have to say they're in a very strong position because they have wins to their backs, and away they go. Here's Jamie O'Sullivan, the fullback, and he puts it over the bar. What is the fullback doing in the full forward line? Positions mean nothing.
Very little, Marty. He attacked from the throw up, and he found himself in front of goal, and a nice finish there to put Cork in a dominant position again for the second half.
Pass back from Jamie O'Sullivan was poor, and Dublin capitalised on it. Alan Brogan lays it off quickly for Billy McMahon. What can McMahon do from there? Oh, he hits the post. It's still there for Michael Darragh-Macaulay! And Dublin are back in the game. A little stroke of luck. McMahon's shot hitting off the post. In comes Michael Darragh-Macaulay. Goal, Dublin.
Great goal, great finish by Macaulay. He was there, the right man at the right position, just to get the rebound off the post. Finished it extremely well. Brings Dublin right back into this game after a great start for Cork in the second half.
Philly McMahon setting up Nicky Devereux to Owen O'Gara. Overlap provided is brilliant. Here comes the chance from Davy Byrne, and he lashes it over the crossbar. Far better from the All-Ireland and League champions. asleep for the first half, awake for the second.
Absolutely. O'Connor slips the ball to Davy Byrne. Could have got it for a goal, got a point out of it. Dublin are on the rampage at the present moment now. They've got 3 points in a row.
Diarmuid Connolly working hard. Ball down towards Bernard Brogan. The layoff is a good one in past Paul Flynn. There's plenty of them here. There's a chance for Benny Ambrose. And a brilliant save by Ken O'Halloran. Excellent goalkeeping. Brilliant shot.
Great save by Ken O'Halloran. Keeps Cork in the game.
And now the 28,903 people who are here watching this Allianz Football League semi-final are beginning to feel the buzz. They're beginning to feel the vibe from Dublin. But they want to win this semi-final. Here's Johnny Cooper. One of the classiest scores coming from Dublin in this second half. Finney McMahon floating one in. Great ball over towards Darren Nelson. His first touch in this league semi-final. Flicks it in. Paris Michael Dara McCauley. Bustling. Powerful. It's over the bar. The sides are level in Croke Park. 10 points down, 5 minutes into the second half. The All-Ireland and League champions show their true character.
The blue tidal wave that couldn't be stopped. Cork have worked very, very hard, but Dublin have kept coming, kept plugging away, and Darren McCauley has typified the hard work that he has done with a great point.
Kick out, comes straight past Paul Flynn. Cork, if this was a boxing match, we're now on the ropes. And the bell will be sounding shortly within 10 minutes. Here is Bernard Brogan. Incredible. Awesome. Absolutely brilliant. This is a test of character, and the All-Ireland champions have loads of it. What a performance in this second half. Davy Byrne seeking and finding Ono Garva. Bernard Brogan willing to take on the Cork defence. Still Brogan, and the ball rolls across the face of the goal, but the referee has indicated a penalty. Bernard Brogan deemed to have been fouled in the eyes of the referee, and Cork players are protesting passionately, pointing up to the big screen saying there was no foul. The ball rolled across, he was being held here. Was this a penalty? Big debate around Croke Park. Was it a penalty or was it not? It doesn't matter a hoot right now, because this is going to be taken by Diarmuid Connolly. On the goal line is Ken O'Halloran, who is doing the old goalkeeping trick of trying to delay as much as possible and upset the kicker. It's Cork against Dublin. Ken O'Halloran against Diarmuid Connolly. Here it comes, and he strokes it brilliantly into the bottom corner, and Dublin have recovered magnificently. As good a second half recovery as you're ever likely to see. Damien Cahalane under pressure, loses out. Tomas Brady gets his first touch, flicks it for his Michael Dara McCauley, then goes back and gathers it himself, feeds Bernard Brogan, and that is over the bar. You cannot beat class. And Bernard Brogan is class with a capital C. But Jim Gavin, he must be very proud of his team. What a performance by Dublin in the second half. At the break, they trailed by 8 points. At the start of the second half, they trailed by 10 points. And at the end of it all, they win by 7. And so the full-time score, Dublin 2 goals, 20 points. Cork 2 goals, 13.
Once Dublin got momentum, you could see their main game players really coming into the game, and we found it very difficult to win possession on the kick out, and you know, wave after wave of attack just came at us, and their experience and their class shone through, to be honest. But at the same time, when we had such a lead, we were very, very disappointed that the game has finished the way it has, and you know, I would have to be very honest and say that in that second half there was absolutely only one team in it.
When we hit those patches, we're very good, but you know, when you're playing a quality side like Cork, and you lack of concentration, they're going to punish us, and they certainly did that in the first half, and had a few opportunities in the second half to do so as well, and they didn't take them, and it might have been a different result.